New tunes have been arriving in my head for years and years, in fact long before I started making bagpipes. And it's always been a question what to do with them, because I can't read music, I can't write music, but I learned to play them on the whistle, I then learned to play them on the bagpipes, and sometimes friends write them down. And this process has been going on for years and years. And sometimes I dedicate them to friends, and friends have started dedicating tunes to me as well over the years, and these have been mounting up. And in the last 5 years I've decided to put them into one book. It's called Some of Me Tunes and Some of Me Friends' Tunes, and that describes pretty well what it is, but there's a lot more in it than that. So I start the book with writing about what are tunes and where they come from, and what is a tune, can you own a tune, all these sort of things about traditional tunes. There's a tune here called Maeve and Murmurine, which was one of the plays that my grandfather and grandmother performed in the First World War on this little theatre, with all the scenery made by my grandparents. Oh, here's the Whitwell Waltz. This is one of my favourites. Whitwell is a teeny village in Rutland that twinned itself with Paris in the 1980s. There's a picture of me with hair on and a set of Leicestershire small pipes playing next to it. All sorts of quirkiness and fun. Oh, this is Ma Chère Célestine, a French waltz that I came up with a celebration of Célestine Chaumette, who was born in 1844, very near Saint-Chartier, the festival that I go to every year. This is a Scottish that I wrote for Pat, I think the same year that we got engaged. There's a picture of her. This is Cyrillian Mariage. Tunes make great presents. You can give them away to your friends and still get to keep them and play them yourself. 2 days before Cyril and Anne got married in France, I came up with this tune, and I didn't really know it at the wedding that well, but the rest of the band, some of them couldn't even play their musical instruments, so we went on a 2-mile procession from the church, sort of playing it, but I've done a much nicer version of it on my CD, Some of Me Pipes. The second section is Some of Our Friends' Tune, and lots of dear friends have given us tunes. Dick Hensel, Bob Cameron, John Goodacre, Matt Seattle, Pete Stewart, Callum Armstrong, Steve Turner, lots of great tunes in there, many more. I've never learnt to read music, and yet I love buying and owning tune books. I read the tune titles, the introduction, the stories. The more words the better. Poems and photographs, better still. My intention has been to try and create the sort of book that I'd be delighted to discover in a bookshop. So delighted that I might even buy 2 copies, one for me and one for a friend. I do hope you enjoy this book. I hope you enjoy dipping into it, maybe playing some of the tunes if you can read music, and maybe it'll encourage you to think about coming up with some new tunes yourself.